Hello everybody, this is BKC back in Robocraft, and today we got the back in Bay 4 with my Mantis tank. Today what I want to do is I want to start moving it into tier 8. All my other tanks, what I did, I just completely dismantled them and just built a new one, you know, based on the same kind of design that I've always had. But with this one, what I want to do is I don't want to just dismantle it and then throw it into tier 8 and lose all my, you know, lose anything that I've gained with this tank. So what I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to show you guys like the tiering up, because with the new changes that are coming, if they're removing the tiers, what I suspect they're gonna do is you're just gonna have a robot ranking, and the bar at the bottom of the screen that shows you your tier will just be your robot ranking. It'll just be like you know, just a progress bar. And basically I still think the tier brackets are gonna be there, but they'll be more refined, and that way, so instead of having like 11 tiers that we have now, let's say they have 44 brackets. And so like me being right at the edge of tier 7, that would actually be like you know, the 28th out of 44th bracket, you know. And then if I added one more block, that would put me in the 29th out of 44th bracket. And I think that's how the robot ranking's gonna work. So tiering up will still be a thing, and you know, since we won't have a T7 SMG, they won't really be T7s anymore. They'll just be kind of like they originally had, where you had like a, basically it was a version 1 and then it was a version 1 enhanced. I think that's probably what they're going to go back to where you're going to have like a version 1, a Mark 1, an enhanced Mark 1, a Mark 2, an enhanced Mark 2, a Mark 3, an enhanced Mark 3, a Mark 5, and then an enhanced Mark 5. I'm pretty sure that's how they're going to go. So I kind of want to just like go through the tiering up as if I was tiering up to see what it would be like. And I mean, as soon as I put something T8 on here, I'm gonna be in T8, and I will be up against bots that are probably maxed out in T8. So I want to kind of not just throw a whole bunch of T8 cubes and T8 things and just replace everything with T8. So the fairest way I saw to do it was do like I was tiering up, and instead of using my vast inventory of stuff, do it like what you guys would have to do if you didn't unlock all this stuff. And so what I did is I went back on all my previous 6 matches that I had with this tank. By the way, they were all wins, which was pretty incredible. For I never had so much success with a tank. And I've added up all my RP that I got and all my tech points, and I can't really remember what the tech points, how many were in each tree, but I had 133 of them, and I'm pretty sure that's enough to unlock the T8 guns and the T8 tank treads. And I added up all my RP, and it can come up to 260,961 RP. And if you go into the items like the tank treads, let me go to Cube Depot because that's the only place will give me the price. T8 tank treads cost 32,830. If you go into hardware, T8 SMGs are 32,830. So basically all the tier 8 items are the same price, except the electroplates. They jump up to 34,470. But the tank treads and the SMGs are the same price. So with that amount of money, what that does is that leaves me just shy of 8 items, which would be my 7 guns plus it almost would let me get a tank tread, but what I would do in that situation, also tiering up is going to give me more P-flops. It's going to give me 109 more P-flops also to work with. So you know, I should be able to add some more cubes onto the thing. And I think, if I remember right, let me check. These are 24 P-flops. These are 22 P-flops. So I will be losing a little P-flops to upgrading guns. Let's see. T7 is 42 P-flops. And this is 44. So I'm gonna lose. If I buy 7 items, I'm gonna lose 14 P-flops. But that still gives me a lot in terms of armor. So I'm gonna keep track of everything, kind of like I was tiered up. And what I would do in that situation, if I could buy 7 items, what I would do is I would go with tank treads first, since my 2 tank treads are the ones getting blown off the most. My front ones, I would want to put more into my armor, and since the T7 tank treads are right there. Nope. Nope. How in the world? There we go. What that would do is, you know, that removes 4 of my P-flops. But what that does is that buffs my armor in my front of my tank. And since a tank is an in-your-face type battle style, if you notice when I am in the shields and stuff like that, my tank does come apart. My front tank treads are some of the first things I would lose. And, you know, I'm just a whole bunch of yellow cubes. So I don't think the yellow cubes are all that important for bumping up. And then that would leave me with 5 more items that I could replace. So the items I would replace would be the since I would go with the 5 T8 SMGs, and oh, did I have? Yeah, I have my mirror on. I would move these because now that we have a higher armor tank tread, I would use those. 9 times out of 10, the enemy's kind of, if it's another SMG or a plasma, they're aiming dead at my center. So I probably wouldn't replace these 2. I would probably replace these 3. This one and these 2. And you notice that kind of bumps me up, you know. If we broke each category into 4 classes to, you know, bracket, and it might not be that fine. It might just be breaking all the existing tiers up into 2 classes, the weaker bots plus the, you know, the stronger bots per class, the way it is now. That would basically put me in the weaker category of the T8s. And I would still have 32,000. I would still have 31,151 RP, because I'm going at it like you just maxed out your T7 tank and just spent all your RP on all the yellow blocks, and you just got it to this position and you was ready to move to T8. So it would leave me 31,000, and then I lost 14 P-flops of my 109. It would leave me 85 P-flops to work with. And it would leave me 31,000. So the biggest change I would do to this tank is the first thing I would do was let me grab this. I would move this out to to give me better coverage of my tank treads. And then I would get rid of this because these little T2s, they really, I just had them on there to burn up extra P-flops, and they're burning up 24 P-flops a piece. Let's see, 24 from 40, that's 18 more P-flops. So I could afford to get, and the Cube Depot, I would want to try to get that up higher. And I think the T6 plates at 9,535 a piece. With the these being 9,935 a piece, I would have bet afford 2 of them, and I have enough P-flops to handle them. And what that would do is I bet to stack my electroplates. So by getting rid of these, let's see, where can I put these? These got to go one more out than what. Okay, I got to remove that. I got to remove that. Okay, so let's take this off. I'm gonna lose a little bit. I'm gonna lose a little bit on my front end. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, I lose a little tiny bit of blocks on my front end, but it kind of works out because I felt like I was a little bit strong in my front end anyway. Because, like I said, the way that all the blocks come off, and I'm just a you know, a big old cube. And since I have a few more P-flops, I have like 5 extra blocks. I'm just gonna put them in there. And I mean, you would bet I would bet to afford that because let's see, how much do they cost? I'm not gonna really get into the cube prices because I could afford. I would have like 12,000 RP left over after buying those electroplates. So I would bet to buy like 4 cubes, 4 red cubes, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to call that 0 and just double stack my electroplates like that. And what that'll do is instead of having those little ones were great because the SMG could hit the front of the tank, and say if they hit this one and then with the inaccuracy they hit this other little one, they could absorb an SMG shot, and then, you know, they hit this electroplate. It could buy me a few seconds of hitting electroplates before they would die. By doing this, these electroplates have different connection points separated by, you know, several blocks, and they're layered. So, you know, you could still have SMG hit this or this and then hit this and this, and it basically just adds to the electroplate theme. And they're mostly going to be aiming for this, and they'll probably take out my T7 guns. And so I want my T8s to be all my strong ones. So I'm just going to go into battle with it like this, and then whatever I gain from now on will be what I can spend on upgrading the tank. I remember T8 being such a terrible thing when I moved to T8, because I basically had this same scenario where I had a T7 tank and I just didn't buy any upgrades for it. What I started doing was buying T8 blocks because I was using the tech points to unlock.
The battle for Tyhonium Canyon has begun.
I think I bought T8 SMGs and started buying blocks because I wanted to use my tech points to unlock legs and rails and stuff like that. Now, if our team goes and gets that tower with 2 tanks here, we should be able to own this tower. Now, it should be a little bit weaker because of those T7 guns. Once I get my side, I'll take care of that rail. The lefty's already dead.
Bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield is now active.
See, even though... Now you see there's a lot of yellow cubes in here, so... I think this is how the rating system is really going to work. Yeah, he'll take care of that tank. He'll take care of this flyer.
Plasma bomber spotted. SMG copter spotted.
Man, we are just...
Plasma copter spotted. SMG copter spotted.
He doesn't see me, really? See, that's what I thought was going to happen. Plasmas are going to be my biggest...
SMG copter spotted.
Plasmas. I knew plasmas were going to be. I don't know why my team doesn't have that tower, but we have them pressed far enough back that when I respawn, I can go get that other tower. And if they work on that, if my teammates at their tower, that is good. Because I can go get... Well, we got that tower. I didn't hear it go off.
Plasma copter spotted.
Well, let me get in there then.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
But you can see rails just own me now because now I'm going against T8 rails
Plasma bomber
and
your
T8
plasmas
tower
is under
and
attack.
I don't have anything but a T8 tank tread. I don't have T8 electroplates. I don't have basically
your
anything.
Bottom
T8
fusion tower is under
guns.
attack. SMG cover spotted.
So I got to play a little bit more smart because.
Rail walker spotted. Plasma bomber spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Plasma bomber spotted. Medic copter spotted. SMG copter spotted. Interceptor spotted.
Yeah, come down here where I can get you.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Plasma copter spotted. Plasma bomber spotted. SMG cover spotted. SMG copter spotted. Rail rocket spotted.
They said plasma copter. I thought that was a plasma copter. I was like, he's going down, but he wasn't going down. He was,
SMG copter spotted. Plasma copter spotted. Plasma bomber spotted. Plasma bomber spotted. SMG copter spotted. Interceptor spotted. Plasma bomber spotted. Plasma copter spotted.
now it's very important that since I am under leveled that I get my levels really quick. See how it wasn't doing 80 damage to the reactor? So right now it's more important for me to get these levels than anything. And since I'm an SMG, I can always steal the kills from the plasmas.
Plasma copter spotted. SMG copter spotted.
Man, that is a tough plasma flyer.
Medic copter spotted. Plasma bomber spotted.
I'm more interested in getting these kills because I need to keep my over level up. See how the other SMG tank is just over leveling me because I don't have the damage. So that makes it even more important that I get levels to get my damage. And these guys are just slain. There's nothing they can do. Like that guy ran off with his little ejection pod, but where's he going? since there's a lot of flyers, it's a good thing to like knock them down. And I'm not even going to worry about the reactor right now. I'm just going to stay on a killing spree. And I think that's a lot of problems a lot of people tearing up have problems with. They think since, oh my god, I'm in the next tier, I can't be aggressive. And to be honest, I would say that's the wrong move
copter
because
spotted. SMG copter spotted. Plasma bomber
basically
spotted.
you're gonna be low overclock levels because you don't have as high of a damage output, and since you're lower overclock levels you could respawn. So I say being more aggressive with a easier to come apart tank. I mean, I'm not saying don't just be stupid and charge in there every time. I'm just saying stay aggressive.
Plasma bomber spotted.
Stay aggressive and I mean, try to get your overclock levels, but
your top fusion tower is under attack.
You know, work with the fact that you're weaker, but don't be afraid because, oh my god, I come apart so easy. I don't think that's the right way to go.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
See, even if I can just get a lucky shot on this guy and steal the kill,
Plasma bomber spotted.
I really want to do that. My guys are not worried about it because he's not armed. But see, I'm not worried about him.
Plasma copter spotted. SMG copter spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack.
I think it's we got a 300% productivity, so I think it would be okay to go in now.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
See, those front tank treads are really shining against the back ones?
Plasma copter spotted.
Because that's what I need. I need more armor in the front.
Interceptor spotted.
So my healer's got me. Yeah, I think it's okay to press now. Press the tower now. We got the strong. We got our healers here.
Plutonium crystal is nearly destroyed.
That guy's got plasma, but our healer should have to out-heal anything that he does.
SMG copter spotted.
Wow, that reactor fell quick.
Plasma bomber
With all of us here.
Interceptor spotted.
I really hope this is how the new ranking system works. Where that if you're in the lower end of the tier, you just get grouped with lower end bots, because even though you see that all I did was add five T8 SMGs and then my front tank treads, and to be honest, the tank treads really shine because I was losing my front tank treads and leaving me to limp on my back ones when I'd really rather be losing my back ones. And I basically scored highest in the match. My score, damage-wise too, I out-damaged everything. I got 17 and 1 with 2 assists, so that's 18 kills. Where the other SMG only got 15, so I was stealing kills, so that is kind of, because I think he was out-leveling me. I don't know how that works. I got more kills and more, more assists, but he's got more level than I did. Maybe, I don't know how the leveling system works, but that was a much more fun experience than I did in my last T8 tank. And I got 67,500. Let me write it down real quick. You just go to your tech tree, unlock the red cubes or something like that. But ideally with 67,000, that would let me get 2 SMGs. Let's see. Okay, that would let me get 2 more SMGs. And I would still have like 18,000 RP left.